Starting in January 2012, I'll be the host of... Hi folks, I'm Scott Martin, host of the Caddie Show on tourplayers.com, where the pros hang out. My name's Scott Martin, and I'm a caddy on the PGA Tour. It was a bit of a twisty road. I really didn't have a plan of becoming a caddy. After I got out of school, I became a welder for 12 years. I got a little old, and I decided to do a little bit of traveling. Packed up a backpack and off I went, and I traveled throughout India, Thailand, a good part of Southeast Asia. Came back and I ended up becoming a childcare worker. That got me working in a school. Had the summers off. I club caddied, and Canadian Tour came to Montreal one week, and I got a bag for the week. That was after being a childcare worker for 7 years. And I worked for a guy who was a former caddy on tour. His name's Bruce Hukin. He worked for Clarence Rose. And at the end of the week, he said, "You ever consider becoming a tour caddy?" Which I hadn't. And he said, "Well, I think if you pursued it, you could probably become a tour caddy." So he really planted a seed. And a few months later, I was off to the Nike Tour for the first event of the year of 1997. And I worked for a longtime PGA Tour veteran, Bill Britton. Kind of took me under his wing for the week, and had a great week. And I was bit by the caddy bug, and I just couldn't stop thinking about it. A year and a half later, I'd quit my job and sold my house and left my girlfriend and packed up my 1982 Toyota Tercel station wagon and hit the road, and off I went. That was in the summer of '98. I was spring of '98, and here I am, still doing it, loving it. In 1997, the Canadian Open was at Royal Montreal, and that's near where I'm from. I live like 5 miles away from there. And I went to the tournament, actually caddying the Pro-Am in Tim Herron's group, which I thought was really cool. Never been around Tim Herron, obviously. So once I got this seed planted that I wanted to be a caddy, my goal was to caddy in the Canadian Open, hopefully at Montreal someday. Well, here we are, 2001. I'm a caddy now. I've been on the tour for a couple, 3 years, and I was working for a player. We did well together, but we didn't really get along. Off the course, no socialization, nothing. We didn't hang out, but on the golf course, we worked well together. So he teased me a couple times that he wasn't going to go to the Canadian Open in Montreal, knowing how much I wanted to go, and. We played in Vancouver the week before at the Air Canada Championship, and he told me I might not be going to Montreal next week. So I was like not really happy about the whole thing, right? So he does come to Montreal. I had organized about 70 passes for family and friends to go to the golf. Asked various players, and a bunch of guys were nice enough to give me tickets. So we played a practice round on Tuesday morning. We had like 40 people in the gallery for a practice round. It wasn't Tiger Woods, so it was pretty cool. And like my dad was there, and my brother and my sisters and stuff. So this is Tuesday. The next day is actually my birthday, September the 5th. And I'm happy. I'm in Montreal, Canadian Open. It's my birthday. All my family and friends are there. And I'm left a voicemail Tuesday night. And the exact words were, "Scotty, I'm withdrawing. I'm not going to hit the ball. I'm not going to scrape it around here to make myself 10,000 bucks this week. I'm out of here. I'm going home. I'll see you next week." Which turned out to be 9/11 when they were down in Tampa. Well, Wednesday morning I woke up. No, I don't have a job and I'm not happy. It's my birthday. I'm not going to caddy in the Canadian Open. I went to the hotel looking for this guy. Just wanted to have a talk with him. It's a good thing he didn't answer the door. So anyways, I go to the golf course and I'm not happy. And a couple of my buddies they know what's going on, and I'll hook you up, I'll get you somebody. And somebody told, hook me up with Jim Gallagher. And I work for Jim Gallagher for the week, but now my friends are going to the golf and they're looking for this player X. Now, they don't know I'm working for Jim Gallagher. So I work for Jim Gallagher. We missed the cut, had a great week. Had a couple of players come over to my sister's for a barbecue, and at the end of the week, I called player X and I told him I quit. And like I said, we didn't get along to begin with. He was so mad at me that he didn't fire me, that I actually quit ahead before he had a chance to fire me. And then 9/11 happened, and things kind of changed after that. And I got back into caddying the following year, which was 2002. So that's my Canadian Open story with player X. It's a long list. It's over 20 players, whether they be for 1 week or 3-4 years. But some of the, my full-time jobs, will say, Peter Leonard was the last guy I worked for. I worked for him for just about 3 seasons. It was a great experience, great player. Joel Edwards, Glenn Natchuk, Bryony Baird. Those guys were kind of permanent jobs. But then there's, Parker McLaughlin, Tad Fujikawa. Right now I'm working for a kid. This year he's a rookie. His name's Will Strickler. Been working for him since the start of the year. Mark Brooks, Mark Wiebe. I can't rattle them all off right now, but there's a lot. Over my 13-year career, I've worked for about 4 guys on a permanent basis and filled in for a week here and there for other guys. Whether one of my buddies was sick or going to a wedding, or whether I got hired for a week and got fired, or whether I got hired for a week and quit. There's, like I said, I think it's about 24, 25 players I've worked for. Tim Wilkinson, great guy. Yeah, so there's a few of them.